What up, guys? DJ CVD. And today's article, we're going to get a high five from the employer in the interview. Pa! Where you from? So now, check this out. I want to put some background music for this, So, guys, before we even dive into this article and the comments, what I want to talk about is, think about the reason why you're in the interview. Forget formalities. Think about the reason why have they called you to the interview. It's not a series of questions that they're going to ask you. They're trying to find out who you are. How else do I find out who someone is? I ask him some questions and he has to answer those questions. You see, if you don't answer those questions properly, like the person that you are from inside, showing your value, how do they know that you really deserve that 20,000 kwacha, that 5,000 kwacha? How will they know that if you're not brave enough to say what you stand for? How will they know that? So don't look at an interview to be something that you should be fearing, okay? Don't look at an interview that way. An interview is something, a platform where you show who you truly are. This is my opportunity. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I applied for. This is why I got the CV redesigned. Guys, you can't be scared. You can't be scared of the interview. All right, so now let's jump in. Tough interview questions and answers. Okay, for the admin, this can fall under administration and as a receptionist. Okay, so I go on to say it's the interview is not a cold bath that you need to get done quickly. An interview is an opportunity for you to convince your potential employer that you are the best. So answer better than the rest. Be extra unique and entertaining also. The employer already thinks you can do the job. It's just you to convince them otherwise. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying here is the employer already knows you can do the job. Now it's just trying to see if it's really true. Not all that glitters is gold. Maybe you got the CV design. So now what's happening is they want to find out, can this person really do the job? So when you go there, are you able to really speak like it was the person who wrote the CV? Does the CV represent the actual being that we're going to be dealing with? Is it as advertised? Okay, so this is your chance to sell yourself. I want you to be free. I would rather you say something out of context because you're so free than you not saying something. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, so the common answer for some people is my name is Clara Phiri. I'm a 23-year-old Zambian. My mother and father names are Jones Phiri, and I live in Makeni. I like chess and swimming. Okay, this is very boring. Okay, what does this got to do with the job? Okay, this question is more like a breaker, okay, an icebreaker. They want to see how you talk, how do you cope with people. So they want to find out, usually, they want to find out, say your academic background, okay? My name is Chico Phiri. I went to Zikas University. That's where I got my ACCA in 20 something. I don't want you to know my age. All right, so 20 something. Okay, and then you say I then went on to work for this company where I covered, for example, if you're a receptionist and you've done business administration, you can say I went to this company where I was a receptionist. My role was to handle all inquiries, act as the guard at the gate, screening phone calls, scheduling meetings, taking down minutes and all that stuff. You've read the job description, so you want to touch on subtly hinting to the employer that you've got some experience doing this job. So you touch maybe 3 points: screening phone calls, taking down minutes, scheduling travel, whatever, or administrative duties. Then you go on to say, then I became admin officer at this place. From this period to this period, I was in charge of HR. I was in charge of this, that. That's how it's done. Okay. There was a little bit of a pause there. So that's how it's done. You say a little bit about yourself, and then you end it with your marital status. I am single, or I'm married with two children. Finished. Okay, that's all. Academic, professional history, and then you talk about your marital status. 5 marks that point, and it's the hardest because it's the first time you're speaking, so you naturally break. So for me, what I would suggest is don't go in freestyle. Just memorize everything for this question. That is, tell me a little bit about yourself. Hello. Back to business. So an example that I'll give you about how you answer is, I'm a 23-year-old Zambian. I completed high school in 2009 at Kablonga Girls. I was accepted by the University of Zambia in 2010, and I completed university in 2015. If you have a distinction, you can mention it. If you don't, better keep quiet about it. Remember, the employer is looking for a reason not to hire. He's already thinking you can do the job, just you to convince them. So don't give them even a small reason to hire you, not to hire you, sorry. So I shortly joined Game Stores as an administrative intern for 5 months. This role exposed me to operational aspects of game stores, and that was issuing codes to potential customers, invoicing and attending customer queries or inquiries, and stock management. I was then hired at Toyota Zambia as an administrative assistant. This job entailed running all admin related errands for the company seniors, coordination and planning of events, presentations for meetings and travel, etc. So you see what's happening here is she's saying what she can do for talking about herself, but also hinting to the employer that she can do this and she can do that. Okay, so we move on to the next. What do you know about us? Okay, so the common answer, okay, before I dive into this, I want to say, how can you go to somebody and tell them you want them to be paying you, say, 15 or even 5,000 kwacha every month until you grow old, white hair, and retire? You don't know anything about them. You don't know what they do. You don't know how they make money. You just want them to pay you. Guys, that doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You cannot expect someone to give you a lot of money if you're not interested in them. Okay? They won't be also interested in you. So show interest. Know their core values, know what they do, know their biggest customers, know their challenges, know their advantages, know their strengths, weaknesses, the environment, the location, headquarters. Know everything. Be interested. Don't even pretend to be interested. I say, like I'm coaching you right now. You're going to say, oh yeah, so let me write that. No, just be genuinely interested. Genuinely interested. The way you go, you check 50 Cent's net worth, you check who is this is net worth, you check who is this is married, oh, how many mansions does this person have? The way you check your celebrities, that's the way you need to check up on the employer. Okay, then you tell them what you know about them, talk about the things which I covered. Okay, so what can you do for us that someone can't? Okay, so now here, this is very simple. Some people will think as if they need to, turn the world upside down. No, tell them what you can do for them, and tell them some of the challenges that you face when doing them, when executing the actual job, and then tell them how you as an individual overcome these things. Once you can tell them that you know the bend around the corner, they will have that confidence that you are able to execute The next person is just going to say because they're passionate and hardworking, and that's where you capitalize. Really simple stuff, guys. What else is here? Yeah, so we've covered that interview. Get a high five from the employer. You can comment, leave a comment, add your 2 pennies. This is also one famous article that I've written that I feel people can work with. And then, guys, watch out for my seminar. I'll be conducting job hunting seminars every week around the country, depending on the demand. It will be very nice. You get to learn everything in one day, 6 hours. We're just killing it, fighting. Once you come out from that seminar, you'll be able to start your own CV design business. So peace, guys. Leave a comment and like the video, share to people that might want to see this.